Speaker. It's a pleasure to contribute to this St David's Day debate, although I would add my own concerns about the lack of time. I'm very grateful to hear you, Mr Deputy Speaker, say that in future we might have longer to discuss all the many important issues that face Wales today. I should also like to congratulate and thank the Chair of the Welsh Affairs Select Committee, the Right Honourable Member for Preseli Pembrokeshire, for securing the debate and also for the way in which he's chaired the Select Committee. He mentioned in his opening remarks that we have, in recent years, taken quite a broad view of the issues facing Wales and her communities, and none more so perhaps than the changing population of Wales and demographic trends that we've witnessed not just recently but over decades. The Honourable Member for Aberconwy touched on this very important point, and a dynamic, I'm afraid, that affects Ceredigion just as it does his part of North Wales, in which it has long been the case that young people who grow up in Ceredigion leave either for study or for work and seldom come back. And the 2021 census sadly reported that Ceredigion's overall population declined by some 5.8%, which is quite a remarkable figure, the largest decrease anywhere in Wales. But also within those figures, it told a story of a real change to the demographic makeup of Ceredigion. Fewer young people, children and young adults, and therefore, of course, a higher proportion of the population over 65 years of age. Indeed, Ceredigion has a very remarkable demographic makeup in that it has 13% of its population under the age of 15 and 25% over the age of 65. Now, this is a problem that I think we should be considering, both in Westminster and in Cardiff, because it has real consequences for the ability to deliver public services in an effective, appropriate manner. But it also has something to do with the ability to ensure that we have vibrant communities. And because I don't want, and I'm not sure, I don't think anybody else would in this room, want parts of Wales, be it in West Wales or elsewhere for that matter, just to become places that shut half the year and only come to life during the summer months. We want a vibrant economy through year where young people can expect to pursue exciting careers in the place in which they were born and raised. Others have mentioned this afternoon about investment, and I just want to touch on the importance of investing in digital connectivity as part of the solution to develop the economy of rural parts of Wales. It's something that I've raised in the past in this chamber, Mr Deputy Speaker, because Ceredigion sadly doesn't have a very good record when it comes to its digital connectivity. In terms of full gigabit broadband and of course access to the internet has long become an essential, not a luxury for people in the modern age. Access to full gigabit broadband in Wales is constrained to just 37% of households, compared with 76% for the UK as a whole, and 10.7% of households in Ceredigion receive broadband speeds slower than 10 megabits per second. The equivalent UK figure would be 3.6%. So, although progress has been made in recent years, much more needs to be done. For not only would it help ensure that people can access essential services, which are increasingly going online, but it also could prove a bit of a boost for the local economy. I'm very pleased to say that in the few villages and towns where we do have full gigabit broadband, companies are looking to locate and indeed relocate some of their head offices to Ceredigion, because they see, as long as they have that access to the internet, reliable full gigabit connection, they don't mind that they're in West Wales. In fact, it's an advantage, and it can be quite an advantage for us if we're serious about developing the rural economy. Now, in the moments that I have left, can I just make a plea with the Secretary of State, because I know he's also keen on rural broadband. Project Gigabit, the UK government scheme, has been in existence now for a few years, but progress on rural areas is still too slow. In Ceredigion, we're still waiting now to understand which premises will be connected in the next iteration of the scheme, and it will also be the case that those who will not be connected will need to find alternative solutions. But the sooner we can have that clarity, the better, because without connectivity, their lives are very much diminished in terms of the quality and the services that they can access. So if we could have greater prominence and priority to to the connection of rural areas, I'd be very grateful. And specifically, perhaps, if you could make a suggestion to his colleagues in the Cabinet that for the next round of Project Gigabit, that they work outside in so that rural communities are connected first.